And will he build an immortal or anything? Chrono boost that? I think there's just no time. He has to use all his money. There it is. Had to save up for just a moment. And Bay going in cautiously with the Marine. Baits out one force field. Then goes over to the side. +1 about to finish. And Viking starting to come out since he knows there's a Robo now. Spotted the observer.
Marauders are going to make short work of that wall. Kemzar knows it's coming though. Just to tickle a couple of Marines on the northern side of the flank.
Throwing down pylons right in front. Not sure if those are for warpins, extra power, or just to delay the army here.
Might give them an extra place to block with a force field. A little bit longer they have to run around.
That's true. The Immortal does make it out. Quite a few force fields left here. Looks like 5, 6, 7.
2 more sentries joining the ball for Kemzar. He's got it. Even with these force fields, he keeps bleeding out.
I kind of like that.
Got a good number, yeah.
He throws down right in the center, and that doesn't actually block the area, but makes it kind of less worth it for Terran to run up. There's a full 2 force fields. A couple Marines get hit. Viking escapes, and oh no, taking damage. This should not happen.
Oh, he just lost no force fields. He's got 1 sentry left that can use a force field. He might have 2, and there they go. Force fields are out for Kemzar, and he's not building any new sentries yet.
More and more Vikings joining, but Bay realizes that they're kind of useless at this point in the air. Stims his army up the ramp, and I think that's going to be it for a Protoss player.
Yeah, the Zealots have melted. The Immortal is shooting at Marines that are healing so fast they're not dying. And an unfortunate staple of Kemzar's play is drone-on bio action.
You're so Zerg. Drone.
Sorry.
And so Bay presses through the army, runs up into the main. He'll do a little bit extra damage and get out with those medevacs, since there's nothing that can shoot up. And just get as many probe kills as possible and leave probably 2 as he gathers outside the main again.
Well, he could just dance to the far. He could just dance to the far corner. Excuse me, far corner of the base, and then
there it is.
Push straight up now that he knows he's out of position.
Yep, base stims in again, runs right past a couple of stalkers, takes out the new probes.
Marauder does look like it was targeted down, but a lot of stim Marines still. It's a little too much for this army.
I mean, they can push this back with the Immortal there and the Zealots to buffer, but it's only a matter of time, I think, until Kemzar is forced to surrender. It's not looking good. One stalker down, and now the medevacs are totally safe. Gotta love that as a Terran player.
I'm really impressed with Kemzar's integrity. He's been down in food the entire game. He keeps losing engagements and bleeding troops, and yet he refuses to build a DT layer.
DT layer?
Sorry.
Speaking of being the most Zerg player ever.
I'm sorry. DT pylon freaking coat hanger looking thing.
The D tower. Oh man. So as the stalkers are pulled back by that drop in the main, the rest of the Terran forces move in, destroy the probe transfer.
All the probes are dead, and that Immortal just walks through a gun range.
Meanwhile, Warp Prism, harass. It's looking good.
Yup.
But Kemzar is forced to GG. And that'll be it for that
Forced to GG, but he doesn't until he knows he can get Zealots into your base.
Yeah, right in there.
Then you can walk away tall.
It's true. Walk away.
Tall.
Alright, good. And we'll do game 3 before we take a break. Alright, and here we are. Game 3. Kemzar versus Bay. We've got Bay, our orange Terran, on the left, and Kemzar, the red Protoss, in the bottom right. 5 o'clock.
You know what? I like the red
A little bit
on
of
the
cheering
gold.
for himself here.
Yeah.
Players with integrity.
Yeah.
At least he likes himself.
That's not something everybody can boast.
It's not. Some people just have an overabundance of self-loathing. It happens. And so how are the shovels in Walmart going? You're just gonna take all their hatchets and bury them?
Well, yeah, the camping hatchets.
I was
the
confused about that.
hatchets.
I mean, where near Walmart would you bury them?
Oh, not near Walmart. In Walmart.
Oh,
they've got a They've got a gardening section, and anything like
so
the
just find
saplings,
a deep pot and then get some of the soil bags and
yeah, exactly.
Just cover that up.
I mean, you can bury it if you're pressed for time. You can actually just slide the hatchets in between bags of soil.
Okay.
Like where they're stacked on a pallet. But for the authentic experience, you need to at least bury the entire head of the hatchet inside of a planter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can get it, and if they have one of those jumbo-sized bricks of that planting foam, the thing you always play around with a kid, those big green blocks.
Yeah,
you can just push it straight in, and the really big ones, a good like 8-inch long camping hatchet, you can get just like the stubbiest little inch of rubber handle sticking out.
Huh.
And then this kid feels like, he just became the King of England, and his mom gets terrified. You know what? Actually, I see where the police were coming from now. It's making a lot more sense now that I talked
Yeah,
about.
I was gonna say those are things you shouldn't do. You just shouldn't. I'm pretty sure. So Bay successfully scouts slightly before Kemzor does. Goes ahead in there. Take a look as this probe arrives at the base, and looks like he won't see that barracks hidden over in the corner. And this Marine, the Marine chases him towards the barracks, but he turns around in a foolish attempt to get into the main. Oh wow, that was close.
Kemzor says, "Fire on you! I'm not going to
see it.
I'm not going to see your hidden buildings. I'm going to run circles around a guy with bullets."
Yeah. So Kemzor up to 2 gates again, adds the cyber core immediately, and there's gateway. While Bay is just going 2 racks Marine pressure once again. This game is looking pretty similar to the last one. Kemzor says he's going DT coat hanger this game.
DT coat hanger?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's because you fucked that up earlier.
Huh?
With the DT layer.
Well, yeah.
Well, I said it's an earlier expansion.
I should have said coat rack if I'd actually said coat hanger. That was a mistake. I meant to say coat rack. Because it's kind of got that oscillating frond thing at the top of it. It's not
a frond.
I like saying frond.
I know you do, but it's not a frond.
You can use it for any kind of appendageous thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's called artistic license. Jeez.
You should just keep harping about artistic license.
Yeah.
It'll work for you one of these times.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Is it America?
I can frond if I want to.
Hey, this is Twitch TV. It could be anywhere. This could be Europe.
Okay, well, Twitch TV, just so you know, this is actually America right now.
America.
Treat your living room like an embassy.
All right, everyone around the world. It's America for the moment. And 3 gates before the expansion for Kemzor. Apparently, he's feeling a little bit shaky from that last game. He wants to be more prepared with more units this time, or at least the potential for more units. While Bay is getting his expansion much earlier than he did last time. Morphing that orbital command, adding a 3rd barracks, and getting his 2nd gas. Gateway is just about to finish up. And it looks like he's got 1 Stalker, 1 Sentry, and 1 Zealot. Oh, and that probe just did not get far.
Yeah. So Kemzor knows what he's dealing with. Yet again, Bay getting his 2nd base up.
Let's see, did he see that? He did see the robo, so he can see that robotics facility. And Kemzor gonna scout again. I'm impressed by that. I respect the continuous scout. I just don't do it like the AI does and run into my tanks constantly. That's slightly less respected.
Yeah, I mean, I like it as a tactic. A little bit of me inside actually cringes now. I've watched a couple of these animated shorts called Star Crafts,
Does funny.
You can find him on YouTube, and aside from the humor, it's a solid couple of laughs with the few-minute-long animated shorts they've got. But the art style, particularly when any of the drones or probes or SCVs that they draw, they just look so adorable. And
it's really sad when they die.
Yeah.
There's
like,
so many scouts meeting in the center.
Like, you will never see the Zerg represented anywhere near this cute in any other medium. They are straight up the most adorable thing on the planet.
I don't know. Someone had a Baneling puppy costume.
Well,
that was
yeah, but I think that was a pug, wasn't it?
I don't remember what kind of dog it was.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was a pug, and I thought that detracted from it somewhat because the dog actually does look like a legitimate mutant.
And kemZoar being a little bit more careful with his observer this time. He's you can see he's controlling it right now, since it did get shot down by the turrets in previous games. Looks like he'll see pretty much everything because the Terran player does not have the turrets this time. He does have an eBay, it is researching +1, and he's just scouting around with 4 Marines looking for pylons, but it doesn't seem like kemZoar's gotten that far. I don't know. This probe, you should be doing something. That's what I think about you. So Bay scans again, making liberal use of the scans. And did he catch that? He does not.
Upgrade
he does
complete.
not know about the robotics bay. So he is not 100% sure that he will see Colossus yet. But that's a pretty safe bet. I mean, most players are going at least 1 Colossus. Seeing a lot of single Colossus play and then straight into High Templar. But plenty of players like Squirtle still going for quite a few Colossus. More barracks going up for the Terran and a couple more gateways for the Protoss. They're just powering up, getting ready to play.
So we should see a Colossus, and I'm assuming Thermal Lance, because he's got the Chrono Boost to get it out before the Colossus finishes.
But no Thermal Lance and no upgrades yet for Protoss. So the upgrades seem like they're going to put him...
There's a Colossus, actually Chrono Boosting out the Colossus as well, it looks like. There was definitely a Chrono on that Robo Bay and on the Forge, but okay.
Yeah, he's getting all his research.
He's got enough Chronos stacked up, he should be able to actually get all of these.
Yep, lots of Chrono ready. It looks like he should be going for a 3rd base. You should see that. There it is. This probe. He's just rocking that scout right there. Nobody wants the watchtower, but this area is on lockdown.
Now kemZoar's not too worried about the watchtower. I mean, he can see anything that leaves Bay's base. He's already seen his tech path. He knows he's not going to be ready for any big time drops soon because he saw when he started to build the factory.
First medevacs coming out. It looks like Bay's on 1, 2, 3 tech labs, 2 reactors.
Looks like there's an observer.
So slightly less marauders than that first game when he went super marauder heavy.
If he goes south, he's going to get caught by kemZoar. He's got an observer there to spot the incoming drops.
He does indeed.
But it's pretty close to his base, and all of his troops are really heavily saturated down by his natural. He might not have the time he needs to get back up here.
There's the reaction. And it looks like they will get unloaded, but probably not do a ton of damage before the rest of the forces get in here. But
might be able to...
that Colossus gets out. Okay, and Bay rescues most of his forces, loses 3 Marines and a little bit of medevac health. But all told, not a lot lost for our Protoss player.
Yep.
There's another scan. He's just scanning all over the place.
Bit of a whiffy engagement there. kemZoar didn't react fast enough to kill the medevacs, but he reacted fast enough to take little to no damage. And Bay knows the 3rd is there, so he's going to be under a bit more pressure. It's do or die time. He knows Colossus are out, and there's a 3rd base going up. He needs to find a way to cause damage, or he's going to start slipping behind.
Yeah. Those upgrade leads still is pretty good. He's partway through 2-2, and Protoss is just now getting 1 armor after its one weapons upgrade, and ship level 1 weapons are also on the way. So those Vikings should be more effective than usual, in addition to his bio upgrades. He does already have 3 Vikings. He's ready for the Colossus. There's only 2 out now, but there should be 2 more Vikings on the way, which would put him to 5. Getting close to being able to combat that. Still got 5 full energy sentries, or nearly 2 full energy, I should say. And there's 1 immortal in that mix.